WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit, your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Ike Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate, all sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ike Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And we're on, and hopefully you are as well, and getting prepared for that great day of Thanksgiving. And while we're on the air for the next hour, we certainly welcome any comments or questions you have in regards to the conversations that we have. First half hour, we do Bright Side of Aging, where indeed I appreciate the process of aging because, quite frankly, I figure that as long as you're on this side of the side, it's got to be better than whatever else is there. But I look at life in a positive way, enjoy the moment, and especially in this time of turmoil where we're debating over the very air that we breathe. And we'll make some comments about that. And if you would call in at 248-557-3300 while we're on the air for the next hour. In fact, it's the same phone number on the air pretty well throughout the day. We're on 2 different stations owned by Baruch Broadcasting, WNZK 690 AM and also 1460 AM, which is WPON. So we're local, and we like to connect with you and trying to look at life in a positive way. For the seniors in the first half hour, and then we switch gears at 11:30 to Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan. And I'm really excited about having had the organization going for now almost a half a century. That's for last century. And we're going to keep it going for as long as is possible. And for those of you who are regular listeners to the show, our CEO, there is now COO and CEO, our CEO of the Entrepreneurs Network, Lou Goatman, is having his birthday today. So happy birthday to you anyway. And he's got a great first name, Lou. Happy birthday to Lou. And if you are celebrating a birthday, you're welcome to call in, and we'll certainly, as they say, give a shout out to them. 248-557-3300 while we're on the air. Again, that's 248-557-3300. We welcome your calls, and we're thankful for your calls, because we're especially thankful since this is almost Thanksgiving tomorrow. So we could regard it as Thanksgiving Eve. And it'd be interesting to find out how you handle your Thanksgiving. And I heard an interesting concept that whereby people actually have put together sort of a different version. In the Jewish tradition, there's Passover, and we have Seder, which is a structured way of conducting our service and being thankful that we are able to live in this wonderful country, America. I don't know what is on the mind of people that feel that they have to destroy rather than build. There is no doubt that America has certain challenges, as I like to say, but there is no other country in the whole world, in my opinion, that has really the theme that has been around for as long as the country has been around, of freedom. We should be thankful to be in such an environment. I don't like to get too far off politically, because especially around Thanksgiving time, you try to look at the positive aspects of aging, and not only of aging, but also of this country. And if you have something special that you want to share with us, by all means, do so while we're on the air, 248-557-3300. But if you're uncomfortable in calling in on the air, I have a toll-free number that you are welcome to call 7 days a week, anytime, and just leave me a message. And as long as I'm not on the phone or asleep, if you press number 1 when you call toll-free number 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. That number I've had for years, and I'm really proud of it, because most of these toll-free numbers, you're just asked to leave a message, and many people don't want to leave a message because they don't know whether they're going to be put on some sort of a mailing list. I guarantee you, I've been using that phone number now for almost as long as I've been on the air, which is, again, about half a century. So we have never had any complaint or any desire to pass on your number at all. So call us when we're off the air, 888-489-8980, if you have any issues, if you have some complications in your life. In fact, this morning on the show that just preceded us, I've asked the neighbor, someone called in, and believe it or not, wanting to get their second shot or booster shot, was told that someone had already gotten their booster shot because it was, a scam where basically they broke the law. You've heard about this identification theft, which, by the way, we can help you in those type of situations. We work with nonprofit organizations like the Area Agency on Aging, but if you call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, and I encouraged the individual that ran into that problem to call me later on in the day, and I'll be glad to help you. And I'll be glad to help you as well. Any issues that you feel are off track, that's part of the reason I do the show. I publish a magazine, Bright Side of Aging, and if you'd like a free copy, by all means call our toll-free number. We've got resources that you can contact, as well as interesting articles about aging. We just asked to cover the mailing costs, so by all means we can stay in touch verbally as well print-wise. I wanted to take some time today to remind you that when you get together, now some people that are going to be getting together for Thanksgiving dinner haven't really been physically in the same room for almost 2 years, which really in itself is something to be thankful for. And I wanted to remind you that since we're celebrating Thanksgiving now, Christmas is just about 32 days away or something like that, that you should be watchful for your home as to how to make it safer. And I'm really proud to work with House Calls on Wheels, whereby we can do a free walkthrough, or now with the magic of technology, you could, if you don't feel smart enough to use your smartphone, find a young person in your family or right in your neighborhood, and you do a walkthrough, and we'll be glad to do a free evaluation of where you should consider making it safer. For example, do you have handrails next to your stairs? What about the steps coming into your home? Are they cracking at all, or are they too high for someone who's got limited ability? There is simple strategies that we can help you with, where, for example, if a stair is too high, there's what's called half a stair. It's a portable little stair that you just can put right underneath the other stair, and that way it's easier for people to get in and out. What about the basics of lighting? Frintz Hardware, which was one of our sponsors, has got all kinds of devices to help you and seeing better, literally, because picture, the little panel that you have a light switch for on and off. Well, it's the battery-operated one, does not require connecting with electricity, and it gives out light merely by switching it on. If you'd like more information on that, there's really some great resources. Fritz Hardware is located in Royal Oak, just actually north of 11 Mile Road on Main Street. And then we have Able Zone, that if you're a VIP, visually impaired, they have got more terrific type devices to give you the ability to function as if you were able to see well. And they're right on Rochester Road. And if you will call our toll-free number, I'll be glad to share the information as to their location. They're right on Rochester Road, south of Waddles, north of Big Beaver. We've got all kinds of devices that can help you in terms of getting around and how to be safer. We don't charge for the assessment, and you pay really whatever your budget will allow. We have financing programs to help you on basics. How about even the whole aspect of getting in and out of the bathroom? We have lift seats that can help you rise to any occasion, self-contained. I'd like to, after our break, discuss something really, really, really important, which is how do we try to avoid getting the virus, what protective measures we can take, and how the air around you can be made healthier so that way you can breathe easier as well as healthier. I've got really some terrific ideas. There's a product called Cofix RX that I'm really excited about having as a sponsor. It's a nasal spray that acts as a shield inside your nose. After you spray it in your nose, 45 seconds after you spray it in your nose, it's like having a mask inside your nose, and it's not a physical mask, it's just this spray that contains a secret ingredient, which is not a real secret. It's povidone. And I'll give you more information not only on Cofix RX, but little clever units that you can put in your house that will actually eliminate the bacteria, pathogens, and the COVID virus. All you got to do is plug it in, and you've got yourself a safe environment. We're going to get into that a little bit more after we get in, after our break. And you're welcome to call while we're on the air, 248-557-3300. That's 248 while we're on the air, 557-3300. Right now, we're going to take a brief break. Please do not go away. We'll be right back. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Oury Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate. All sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Oury's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ari Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. And we're back, and hopefully you are, so we can make it a two-way communication. And I really enjoy the opportunity to meet with you, and we are doing different little get-togethers, and if you're interested in getting together, we have a friends group that we coordinate at the Caustic Senior Center at 11 Mile and Middle Belt. It's on the northeast corner, and by all means, next meeting is going to be December the 1st. How about starting off December? And they're 1 to 2 o'clock. From 12 to 1, they've got a lunch that you can have for under $5. I think it's around $3. So you could have lunch and then get together with other seniors. And I heard an interesting statistic that the over 70 crowd, age-wise we're talking about, is going to be actually the largest proportion of our society. Obviously, young people are always in the news promoting youth and all, and the nice thing about as you age is that you've been there and done that, and we certainly welcome getting together, not only at the Caustic Center, but especially at this time of the year, aside from the holidays. Unfortunately, they're one day out of the year, and there's the rest of the year that you want to stay connected, especially with this time of our society where we're been restricted, and when we do go out, in many cases you have to put on a mask. The sad part is that there's so much benefit from seeing each other. And I'll tell you, the next best thing to being physically in the same room is at least connecting voice-wise. And at this time of the year, it's certainly very comfortable to just go through your phone book. Who are you going to be sending a Christmas card to? And just say, hey, just calling to thank you for the joy that we've had together. This is what Thanksgiving to me is all about. Being thankful that we are around. We have so many wonderful things to be grateful for in this country. There's nowhere else in the whole country, or actually I say the whole world, whereby you are free to express your thoughts as long as they're not vicious and intended to hurt anyone. And there's no reason why we can't, as we've been kicked around many times, get along. And one of the thankful things that I've had is the joy of being able to speak to you, and I've had people call me after we get off the air on their toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Speaking of age, I'm reminded of the story about this fellow who is 105 years old and is asked what he attributes his long life to. And he said, breathing. Well, we're in an awkward time right now. Breathing is critical if it's the right air. And I am really proud of having two sponsors related to how you can keep breathing easier. One of the main ways germs and pathogens spread during a closed contract like here today is an infected person coughs or sneezes or breathes or releasing particles of air. If for those close enough to the droplets, the particles are then breathed and travel into the sinuses and make their way to the nasopharynx, where the nasal cavity ends up meeting at the throat. Cofix creates an additional protective anti-pathogen barrier around the nasopharynx, inactivating the germs, pathogens, and provides a layer of protection from infection and transmission. We have the product available at NutriFoods in Royal Oak, the Able Zone, as I mentioned, in Rochester. We have it in the many, many pharmacies. Call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, for a pharmacy or a medical clinic near you. Dr. Sam George out in Royal Oak. I'm sorry, it's Dr. Michael George. I want to be corrected, and actually it's interesting. His name is Mike, and so is our producer, Mike, and we can say Ike and Mike can help protect you. So by all means, let us try to help you breathe easier, and when you have company over, or maybe it's obviously a little bit too much pressure to get a unit in your home, there's a company, Sana Life, that I'm dealing with. It's actually referred to as not just an air purifier, but an air sanitizer. And it uses Active Pure technology. They took from the space launches the same way that those spaceships are actually protective. Now the doctor that you've seen on the air many times has contributed to these little units that can be put not only in your home freestanding that you just plug in, but actually we have systems that can purify an entire building. Our synagogue put a system like that in. If you belong to a church and you'd like the air sanitized more, many houses of faith are having all the members wear masks, which certainly has been proven to be effective in many cases. But wouldn't it be better to have that added assurance that the air that you're breathing that's in that building has been purified? If you'd like more information or how to install it, we have that all in place. All you got to do is call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. These units can be set up depending on the size of the room for 3,000 square feet. This is not just, one of these hokey-pokey air purifiers that just, takes out smoke odors or something like that. These are scientifically proven to be effective. And you can put one in your car. They have a mobile unit, and they even have one a little pendant that you can hang around your neck. So wherever you're going, you have that added form of protection. We are living in a challenging time, to say the least. Who would have thought that this time of our lifespan that we'd be concerned about the air that we breathe, and that we'd have these unfortunate lockdowns where suddenly our social connections have been adversely affected. Fortunately, there are ways around that, and we're here to help you. All you got to do is call our toll-free number when we're off the air, 888-489-8980. I have some other thoughts I want to share with you, but I can't do it today because we run out of time on this segment. But I don't want to leave without my favorite parting thought for the bright side of aging, which is, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking in life with a bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruise Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruise Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruise Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. And you can visit us at the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan with a Zoom meeting, and we are devoted to helping you achieve and start your own business. Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan that I started with a neighbor of mine now over half a century ago with just a couple of us meeting at a bagel factory, has now grown to 20,000 contacts that we have around the world, literally, because that's the advantage of being around for as long as we have. A lot of people that started with us moved out of state, and many moved out of the country. So if you're interested in connecting with entrepreneurs, our next meeting is 12 to 1 on November the 30th. We meet every other Tuesday, and the next Tuesday we're going to have is next Tuesday, November 30th, 12 to 1. It's a Zoom meeting. All you need is the meeting ID number. If you will check out enommichigan.com, or just call me at toll-free number 1-888-489-8980. And if you're an entrepreneur or desire to be an entrepreneur, by all means, give us a call when we're off the air at 1-888-489-8980. We have people that can help you incorporate for under $100. And we also pride ourselves on calling ourselves snobs. Yes, you could be a snob. S-N-O-B. And SNOB stands for Sharing and Networking Opportunity to Build Your Own Business. And if you have a business-related question while we're on the air for the next half hour, by all means, you're welcome to call 248-557-3300. That's 248-557-3300. If you have a business-related meeting that you'd like some additional people, human beings to attend either by phone, or if yours is one of these hybrid meetings, as they call them, where you can either be in person or be on the phone, that is one wonderful thing, or among others, of these Zoom meetings. You don't have to physically attend. Your voice is enough. Our SNOB acronym stands for Sharing and Networking Opportunity to Build Your Own Business. Sharing and networking opportunity to build or start your own business. And that's what we do. We help each other in connecting. And you know, there are basic principles of entrepreneurship. Number one is that you have to realize that just because you're a solopreneur, as they call it, if you are looking to make connections, you need people around you that can help you achieve your goals. We have accountants on our membership, we have attorneys, and really, when you analyze it, what you need are the ABCs of entrepreneurship. A, of course, stands for an accountant. B, and actually an attorney, because these are the people that can keep you legal, and at the same time make sure that you're running at a profit. It's very easy to do business and be busy, quote unquote, but if you want to break down letters, and I cannot stress the importance of increasing your vocabulary if you're in business or even in your personal life. And that is the importance of communicating in a way that people can understand what you're saying. The A stands for attorney and accountant. B stands for bank or financial support. And we have affiliation with some credit union banks that are more business friendly. Yes, I'm not suggesting any particular one. I happen to like the Michigan First Credit Union because they even have meeting areas that we've utilized. Right now, we're not using the rooms, we're using the phone. And if you're interested in participating at all, you can always call our toll-free number 888-489-8980 if you got an idea that you want to get started or get feedback. By all means, join us. So we've covered accountant, attorney, bank. C stands for communicate and connect. You cannot do things all yourself. As I joke about it, even the Lone Ranger needed Tonto. And likewise, when you analyze it in life, if you're fortunate enough to pick the right partner, by all means, that is a key to success. Do you know one of the biggest problems that people that want to get into business face is, the biggest one, of course, is they haven't really decided what they want to do. Once you've decided what you want to do, the next thing that you have to identify is, do you have the talent to do it? So many people make the terrible, terrible mistake. And what is that, Ike? I'm glad you asked. That is, they don't go by what their desire and strengths are, but they go by the fact that they may have a friend who may not be that bright, but is very successful in business. Some people in business are not necessarily that wise, but what they do have, that if they're successful, is a talent for whatever venture they're in. They may have that talent that you don't see in their way of communicating. And if you make that fatal mistake to say, hey, if he can do it, I can do it, it ain't necessarily so, as the song goes. You have to identify your strength once you've determined what you really want. And when I say what you really want, is that you want to make darn sure that what you want is something that other people want. Well, many times people make a huge mistake in going after an idea. They may have seen some sort of frivolous type thing. They say, hey, I could really make a fortune on this particular idea, but they haven't evaluated the market. And if you don't know who else wants it, and if whatever they want and whatever that item is, guess what? The magic word is profit. If you can't make a profit at it, don't get so romantically involved with the idea because you think it's something that you want that other people want. And that's what we do with our Entrepreneurs Network. And that's why we meet routinely. And even if it's by phone, that doesn't mean you're restricted for just that 1 hour. As I mentioned, our next meeting is going to be November the 30th. So you can sort of wrap up this month in a friendly way with people around you that can help you become successful in your life. And we pride ourselves on not only helping each other by way of advice, but also financially helping one another. We encourage that if someone brings you a contact that you follow up on properly, and you do make a sale or a financial arrangement, and you make a profit, make some sort of a referral fee part of your program. This is not something that I just thought up of yesterday. If you look around, how many major companies will give you a referral fee for helping them out. The key in being successful in business is not to just know a lot of people and shake hands, but shake hands and communicate with the people that can assist you in achieving your goals. And you have to know, number one, what you really want, and how you can determine that. Is it something that you are prepared that no matter how great the idea is, you're not going to be successful within 24 hours. It has to be developed, it has to be nourished, and you have to be prepared to work as much as that idea requires. Forget 9 to 5. Maybe a great song, but it's not really practical. You have to be prepared to work as much as it requires to be done. I am not condoning, I'm not promoting it either, that you have to work 7 days a week, but I'm very fortunate. I do what I like. I enjoy getting in front of a microphone. We also have a TV show with the same theme. And by the way, if you are an interesting type person, or you know someone who is a successful entrepreneur that wants to build their business, we can get you on the air. And better yet, just attend one of our Entrepreneur Network meetings. But don't just limit it to one. The key is is to keep in touch. And by all means, we have every means to do that. When we get back from our break, I want to share a book that the Entrepreneurs Network is promoting. It's titled Start Your Own Business, the only startup book you'll ever need. I've screened the book and all, and I can't tell you how fantastic it is, because it covers almost A to Z what you need to do to start your own business. And we're going to do a brief overview of that book when we get back from our break. If you'd like to call in while we're on the air, 248-557-3300. That's 248-557-3300. When we're off the air, please feel free to call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. And I can help you in not only identifying your strengths and also your weaknesses, which is just as important to know. Right now, we're going to take a brief break, but we'll be right back, so please don't go away. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Ike Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate, all sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ike Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And we're back, and hopefully you are. Otherwise, I'll be talking to myself or Mike, who's here, our esteemed producer. Mike is actually only named Mike so that I can say Mike and Ike. In fact, we have a candy titled Ike and Mike that we can arrange to get to you. But what I wanted to get to you is, as I talked about before we take a brief break, is the importance of really having a strategy and starting your own business. And I've got a book that actually is been hyped as the only startup book you'll ever need. It's been put out with the Entrepreneurs magazine, Entrepreneurs Press, and it really covers all aspects of the business area. It's not one of these books that's frivolous. It gives you really fantastic information. It's like a guidebook, and it's very reasonably priced, I mean, if you can't afford like $25 to get started in your business, you ought to start a different career path. And it's not just, a 13-page little pamphlet. It's 775 pages. And what I like about it is not only gives you the basics, but it gives you resources and also startup assistance. And it also just goes through the basics. For example, as I mentioned before the break, number one is you have to determine what your strengths and weaknesses are. And number one, create a personal resume. Put a resume together for yourself as if you were applying for yourself. In other words, you're hiring yourself to be your own boss. Analyze your personal attributes. Are you friendly and self-motivated? Are you a hard worker? Do you have common sense? As they say, the trouble with common sense is that it's not too common. Are you well organized? And if you're not well organized, find an associate that you can work with that can help you in that direction. Many times people are embarrassed to ask for help. It's been said many times, and when you hear something many times, in most cases, it's something that's valuable. I play with words, and one of them that comes up all the time, oh, that's corny. Guess what? Corny ain't such a bad word to consider. Corny means that it's been around for a while, and it has merit to it. And I like corn, by the way. So, evaluate your personal attributes, and if you have any difficulty in identifying what your strengths are, is it something that you've been complimented with from true friends? I have a series of Ikeisms, and one of my Ikeisms is that a true friend will tell you what you need to hear. A true friend will tell you what you need to hear. A fake friend will tell you what you want to hear. Stay away from fake friends, because all they do is help you go down the road of disaster. And if you don't feel comfortable around people and you do have a talent, find someone that has got talents that you don't have. Pick a partner. I'm very fortunate. My best partner is my cousin. I'm a pharmacist, and so is he. And as soon as we got out of pharmacy school, we decided to partner together. And it's been a phenomenal relationship. We had over 10 drugstores. We would buy stores. In the old days before all the insurance companies came in and decided that they didn't want to deal with too many independent drugstores. That's why there's so few around. But what we did was we had a goal. He, fortunately enough, he's a financial guy. I'm not that strong financially, but I enjoy meeting people, greeting people, networking, and that's part of the reason I love doing this show. It's called Entrepreneurs Network, and that's why we have our network group that meets every other Tuesday. Zoom meetings, no excuse for you not to attend, because you don't have to drive anywhere. You can stay in your jammies if you want to. But if you're in business, I don't suggest the midday that you're still in your jammies. We meet from 12 to 1. And the truth of it is, I analyze your attributes. He does the financial, I do the marketing, or we were doing that. And it worked out beautifully. you in your own field. If you see something that you feel that you're good at, prove it to yourself. You try it out. And by the way, we can help you market it through our radio show, TV show. We have a TV studio in Troy, Michigan, whereby we can get you in front of a camera and you can do your own presentation, and then we can put it on the internet. In fact, the beautiful part about technology today is that you're unlike the old-fashioned way that you needed to spend huge amounts of money to reach an audience. Via radio, TV, and digital marketing, which we do. And if you're interested in building your existing business, by all means, give us a call at our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. We have, as I mentioned before, accountants, attorneys. We have business coaches. You can actually, for under $100, have a whole team of people that can help you. Now, if you can't afford $100 to be in business, I don't think you should consider being in business. And there's nothing wrong right now if you're fortunate enough to be working for someone and you have a job that you like. There's always evenings, weekends, times off that you have that you can start your own business as a safety net. The trouble, as one of my Ikeisms states, is the problem that some people have is they confuse a safety net with a hammock. You can't do too much if you're just lying around and hoping wonderful things are going to happen. You have to create the opportunities, and many times you have an idea, but you don't know how to develop it. That's what we do. So call us. We don't charge for consultation. We work out an ongoing relationship. In fact, the key to being successful is not doing a one-night stand type idea. Have something on a long-term basis. So if you are employed, don't quit your job if it's helping you pay your bills. But you have to be ready initially to maybe working 2 jobs, one where you get paid for and one where you create your own little world. And once you identify what your strengths are and you identify what your weaknesses are, we can help you find someone to assist you in making your weaknesses into strengths. And what are your professional attributes? There's now a concerted effort that you don't need a college or university to really develop to be totally successful. Don't get me wrong. I'm a graduate of pharmacy. It's helped me tremendously. But not everybody wants to go to university. We can help you whether you're educated or not educated. And I've got some other thoughts I want to share, but unfortunately today I can't do it because we've run out of time. But I'm not going to leave until I finish one of my favorite parting thoughts, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an